Hi, my name's Duke. I'm with Oak Black RVs. I'd just like to take a moment of your time and talk to you about the construction and how important the construction of a travel trailer really is. I've been in this business all my life and I'm 34 years old. So, I mean, one thing that's really irritated me is people go out and they spend their hard-earned money on a product that don't last. And unfortunately, in this business, there are products like that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This right here is a 2008, and it's actually a 2009 model year, but it was manufactured in 2008. And you would think that a trailer would be able to last at least 4 or 5 years, right? Well, actually, a trailer should last you 15 or 20 years if it's built right. But unfortunately, some manufacturers cut corners and don't build them the way that they really should be built. This one right here has what you call an OSB floor. Now, it's also got a rubber roof. These two components can be a little dangerous because one, that rubber roof, which we'll get into in a second, is very prone to dry rotting. And when it dry rots, you're going to get leaks. But what ends up happening is more times than not, it ends up running down the sidewall and getting into your floor. Now with an OSB floor, unfortunately, water just literally absorbs into the OSB. And this is what happens. I mean, you see people, there's absolutely no floor there. I mean, there's no wood anymore. And the same thing over here. Now your corners are generally the spots where they start, but that's not where it ends, because what ends up happening is the water ends up being absorbed more and more by that OSB and coming further into the center and spreading out. Once it starts, there is no way to stop it. The only thing you can do is, one, rip everything out, rip it down to the frame and replace it, or two, you overlay it. Now, when you overlay it, what do you overlay it with? You overlay it with plywood, right? Well, that's really what you want your floor in the first place. If you had a plywood floor, excuse me, I'm having trouble talking today, but if you have a plywood floor, well, one, it's more resistant against the water. You're not gonna get it soaked up like that. You're gonna be able to last a long time. But OSB, unfortunately, as soon as it gets wet, there's nothing you can do about it. It's over right then. Plywood, you're going to have a lot better chance if you do have a leak and water gets on that floor. But I want to talk to you a second about the roof, because this is a big deal. You know, you got two types of roof that are very prominent in our industry today, and that's the rubber roof, which is this one right here, and the vinyl roof. Now, a lot of manufacturers are still using the rubber, and let me tell you why. Because of this. It stretches. Okay? That's the reason they're using it. Because when they manufacture these, they go down the assembly line, and you got people that, you know, roll it out and put it on. Well, with this right here, they can stretch it and move it how they want it. So it's a lot more production friendly and takes about 30 to 45 more minutes, or 30 to 45 minutes less to install the rubber than the vinyl. Well, you do that over 20,000 trailers, that's a lot of time, and for the manufacturers, that's a lot of money. Okay, and then they put a 2-year warranty on it. Okay, well, you got a 2-year warranty. Oh, but no, they say it's got a 12-year. Not really. Here's what it really is. You do have 12 years on the material, but you got 2 years if the manufacturer has a 2-year warranty on the camper. Then you got 2 years parts and labor. If they got a 1-year warranty on it, then you got 1 year parts and labor. So after that 1 or 2 years, all they're going to do is send you some of this and some glue. But it takes about, well, put it this way. When I do a roof job here at the shop, almost 3/4 of it is labor. The materials are very null, so that's not really helping you. On the vinyl roof, though, you notice a little thicker material. It doesn't stretch. It's not quite as manufacturer friendly. However, unlike the rubber over here, this won't dry rot. Okay, this you've got to treat twice a year. If you don't treat it twice a year, people, it's going to dry rot and you're going to get a floor just like that there. With this one right here, the vinyl, it will not dry rot. It is tougher, so it's more resistant to scrapes and things like that, anything cutting it. Whereas this right here, as you could tell, it wouldn't take a whole lot to cut that. This right here is a lot more solid. It would take more to cut it. So you got a little more durable roof here, but the biggest thing is you don't have to get up and treat it twice a year. Your warranty on this one is 5 years parts and labor, and the remaining of the 12 years in parts. But you do have an extra 3 years anyways of parts and labor. The vinyl roof is just simply better because you don't have to mess with it, and it's just going to hold up. I appreciate your time. Thank you.